Danish Parliament has passed a law banning the Islamic full-face veil in public, becoming the latest European country to do so. The European Court of Human Rights last year upholding a Belgian ban on wearing it in public. Our UK correspondent Olly Barratt joins us in London with more on the story, both from a UK and a European perspective. Olly, good afternoon to you. Let's focus on the UK first. This is an issue that has caused a huge amount of debate in the UK.
That's exactly right. It has frequently come up as a topic of debate here in Britain. In the last general election in 2017, it was even a manifesto promise for the right-wing, anti-immigration, anti-European Union party UKIP. It should be said that UKIP performed disastrously in that election and almost don't exist anymore. Nonetheless, it does come up time and again as a point of debate. At the moment, though, no mainstream parties showing any signs of wanting to engage in that debate here in the UK. Theresa May was asked about it not so long ago, last year in Parliament. She said, "I believe that what a woman wears is a woman's choice," and that has normally been the response of mainstream politicians here in the UK when asked about the prospect of some kind of burqa ban here in Britain. Although if you look at the polling, actually it does suggest that a pretty sizable proportion of the British public might be minded to support a ban were that to be put on the ballot box or were that to be put to them. So some public support for it here in the UK, but no mainstream political support at the moment.
If you look beyond the United Kingdom, what are the objectors in France, in Denmark, in Belgium actually saying? What are they concerned about?
Well, it differs from country to country, but there are themes that you can extrapolate across the European continent. Often what proponents of a ban on the burqa or the niqab say is that they're doing it for women's rights. They don't believe that women should be forced to wear garments like that. They also sometimes say that it's a cultural difference that doesn't sit right in the individual countries. With regards to Denmark, where it's coming in at the moment, it's actually being couched not as something that is a ban on the burqa or the niqab, but actually on any kind of full facial covering that isn't required, like a motorcycle helmet, for example. Rights activists push back against that. They say that it's a woman's right to wear whatever she wants. They also say, campaigners often say, that it's actually essentially religious discrimination which is going on here. The proponents of these bans always deny that this is a religious discrimination of any type, but that it tends to be how the debate plays out.
And generally, and again, I understand it would differ from country to country, how would the Muslim community push back on this if in fact they are doing so, or would there also be division within that community itself?
I think that's right, that there is a division in the community itself. Of course, the burqa or the niqab is not uniform in the Muslim community in European countries. Some women wear it, some women don't. One of the ways that people often push back against these bans in European nations is for people to head out onto the streets wearing some kind of full facial covering and seeing if the police will arrest them or not. Interestingly, with regards to Denmark, I mentioned there that if you're wearing a motorcycle helmet or covering your face because it's cold, and it is frequently cold in Denmark during the winter time, then that doesn't flout the ban. That's not a problem under the law as it's been written. And Danish authorities are saying that the police are going to have to exercise what they call common sense with regards to who they fine or potentially arrest in cases like that. So clearly a huge grey area when it comes to Denmark with regards to who's allowed to wear what and when.